All right, so today we're going to go over keeping the peace. If you don't have peace on the inside, then you won't have peace on the outside. As it is inside, so it has to be outside, correct? When it comes to your Tai Chi practice, here's a few things that I'd like to keep you informed of so that you're always aware of some of the basics. Remember, a lot of the things and all things in life that we consider to be complicated or really ninjistic, it's based on the basics. The basic principles of what you're doing. So, in Tai Chi, we're only 50-50 one time in our whole entire practice, and that's in the beginning. Every other movement that you see in Tai Chi, that's the deception of Tai Chi. This is the ninja walk, if you will. This is how you're able to shift your weight and transfer your weight with false stepping so you don't have to commit to anything that you do. You'll learn that Tai Chi is more of an intelligence operator's craft than any other martial art ever to exist. Everybody wants to rush out and be samurai. Everybody wants to rush out and be the samurai warrior and learn the jujitsu and roll around. But listen, that's good. That's great for them. We're not samurai. We're more ninjistic, intelligence officers, operators, capable people that have a multitude of disciplines that we can use at our disposal. So, 50-50. Feet are 50-50. In the beginning, you have the opening pose. In the beginning, there was one. The one became the two. So you're splitting open, raising your knee up, going right over the log, toe down, then the heel. This is the opening sequence of Tai Chi. And in this movement alone, you've learned so much. And we're going to go back over it because this is the beginning. In the beginning, you have the one. The one splits, lift up the heel, lift up the toe, step over log, press down the toe, press down the heel, then sink the weight. Shift the weight 70-30 until you're centered. That's the 50-50, the only 50-50 you're going to find. Raise hands on an inhale. Make sure your alignment's always in tune. And what does that mean? You're going to align your back and your spine, sinking your butt. You're not putting your butt out like this. You're sinking in your butt. When you sink in your butt, you have more alignment with all the things that you do with your movements. A lot of us are confined by the postures that we maintain. If we have a better posture, sink in our chin, align the crown, make sure the spine is aligned, and sink in the butt. You have more capabilities to move your body, to move. Your movement is based off of your posture. When you're hunched over, your movement sucks. When your posture's up, you have a different communication, you have a different focus, you have a different ability. Does that make sense? All right, so we're going to put it together. Posture together, chin sucked in, crown aligned. You're going to sink your weight visually in your mind first. See, in Tai Chi, you learn how to direct your energy before you make your movements. So the first thing you're going to do is direct all of your weight into your right foot. You're not going to shift. You're not going to do it. You're going to think about it first. And once you think about it, then you're going to sink all of your weight into your right, lift up off of your left heel, lift up off of your right toe, your left toe, excuse me. Hands are sitting down to the side. You always want to have a little bit of a fist under your armpits. That's the kind of space you want. And you're going to sit over. All right, so you're going to do it again because I lost my center there trying to look at the camera. Always focus ahead. Every lesson that you get here is always something that you can transmute for yourself. If I was focused on how I look and I wasn't focused on the target ahead, I got off balance. That's the message in life. Focus on what you're doing and not how you look about doing it. Oh, I'm learning here too, right? Here we go. Feet together. Gaze is straight. The more focused you look directly ahead of you, the more you're able to pick up your perceptions around you, and your peripherals are able to give you insights on everything around you. When you're moving your eyes to the right and left and you try to figure out what's that, you're losing sight of everything in front of you. So Tai Chi teaches you, stay eyes front. 50-50, lift up the left heel, lift up the left toe, step over a little log in front of you, and bring it down parallel, sink your weight 70, 30, 20, 10, all the weights all on the right. Then you're going to come back in 50-50, and look at that, we're back in the center. And on this inhale, we're going to raise our hands as if somebody's bringing up wires. You're going to not raise your hands like that. You're going to slowly, on an inhale, as if a balloon is raising below your armpits, and you're just inhaling and raising these arms. And then you're going to exhale and sink said arms, sink elbows. In the 13 treatises, it says, raise arms, sink elbows. And when you sink your elbows, you notice that your hands naturally move in the direction in which they need to go. Does that make sense? So we're going to start that over all the way from the beginning, so we're making sure we're collecting the information we need to collect. There's so many messages we're getting here today. All right? So remember, posture is important. So no matter what you're doing in life, no matter how you're talking, people can identify your authority and your agency with your posture. If you're slouching over, or if you're walking out with your chest out, you're doing this stuff because you're trying to look tough, that you're a lower vibrational creature. You don't look like you have authority. You look like you're trying to be a soldier versus being a person that controls the soldier. What do you want to be? I want to be a soldier. No. Why wouldn't you want to be the person in charge of the soldiers, the politician, the general, the person that runs things, or the spy, or the ninja? Whatever, we just want to be in power. A soldier is not a person in power. A soldier is a person that takes orders. We don't take orders. We create them. All right. Remember, for you to have agency in your life, you need to understand how to control your life. So this is giving you some basic foundations on how to walk, how to talk, how to have your positioning in life. As you walk and hold your position in life, so will life interact with you. If you walk over hunched over, life's going to treat you like a humpback. If you walk out with your chest out and you looking tough and all that, life's going to challenge you at every moment. But if you walk with agency and you have elegance, and you have your regality, regalness, a king, a queen, you're regal, your authority, you don't speak to me of that nature. Does that make sense? You walk with, you slide, you glide, you don't stomp around. You know what I mean? This is not the Dougie, you know what I'm saying? This is not the Douglas, as the girl said. We're gonna do the Douglas. All right, back on track. That was hilarious though. Feet together. If you're just joining, I'm happy you're here. I'm so happy that you're learning some of the tactics, techniques, and protocols that we go over in the school. We're also recording this on our school environment, on our live environment in Kajabi, showing you the basics, going around doing the hard stuff all the time. That's for people. We're not people though. We should have a whole cornucopia, a full selection of tools and our resources to adapt to the different environments and stages around us. If we only practice behind a computer, if we're only practicing the tough arts, then what are we really teaching ourselves? To be tough? We're creating a signature and a pattern that can be intercepted by people that look for tough cyber people. That's not what we are. We're blendable. We can go slow and soft and move in a way that aligns with nature. Everything in Tai Chi is nature. There's nothing forceful. Everything that you have naturally in you is nature. Self-defense is a nature thing. We made it a little bit more, Baboons don't go to jiu-jitsu school. Gorillas don't go to jiu-jitsu school. They don't go to boxing classes. When's the last time you saw a gorilla at a boxing course? And all I'm saying is, because we're not gorillas and we're not baboons, what I'm saying is, nature has already hard-coded us with a unification system of defense, offense, intelligence that makes us a well-rounded spectrum being, a full spectrum, well-rounded being. So, again, we're going to bring it back together. Feels good to teach you this, to get this off of the chest, as they say. So, here we go. Feet together. If you can't see my feet, they're together. I'm not gonna go back, but their feet together. So I'm literally feeling the inside of my toes. I'm feeling the inside of my heels click together like I'm Dorothy, except I'm not clicking and I'm not Dorothy. All right, and then what we're doing here is our weight is 50-50. We're like a ballpoint pen, right? The bottom of the pen is touching the bottom and our spine is aligned, and we can literally feel the chi rolling through us. Now, we're going to go from the one. We are one unit here, and we're going to split this one into two. How do we do that? We're first going to visualize. We visualize before we deploy. Here we go. I am going to turn into two different 50-50 beings. I'm going to have 50% here and 50% here. Now I'm unified. There is no difference in my hips, in my structure, in my chest. I am all one being. But now I'm going to lift up my left heel. I'm going to lift up my left toe. I'm going to step over the log. But before I do that, I need to shift my weight, sink in like a clutch. This is what you're feeling like. You got your feet, you're going to create the separation. In the beginning, there was one. The one became to do the day and the night. So, whoop, whoop. That's what you're going to do with your feet. Except you don't make that sound. All right? Lift up the heel. Lift up the toe. Step over the log. There we are. Press down the toe. Press down the heel. Then you're going to shift a little bit over and come back to center with 50-50 in your waist. You're going to look straight ahead and you're going to be relaxed. Relax your shoulders. Relax your body. Relax your muscles. Relax. It's not that serious, okay? But you should feel planted. People are asking, how far down do I need to go on my knees when I'm moving over, when I'm stepping over? Do I sink? Yes, you sink just enough to where your knees cover up your toes. I'm teaching you how to walk here. A lot of you don't know how to walk. You just, life. We're not doing that anymore. That makes sense? All right, let's do it together. We're going to close this up. I love this session. I'm just getting you excited for the things we're going to be teaching you in the gray man experience. In order to be a gray operator, you don't walk around, hey man, hey dude. No, you got to get in and you got to get out. If you got to do something, you don't get caught. So you can't look like the action you're going to perform. Did you hear what I just said? You have a great, fantastic, blessed, abundant day. Oh yeah. That was fun. Peace and blessings, everybody. Thank you for joining.